Hi, this is Lassi from Arion.
Hi, this is Ian from Arion. In Finland, we have to do this kind of obligatory military and civil service, and that's what got in between the songwriting process.
Yeah.
Like in around 2015 or 2016, and that's mainly why the songwriting process had a gap between it. So it was one kind of a difficulty, but not quite.
Yeah.
So it's like we couldn't continue the songwriting process until very early 2017. So that's why it actually took so long. And another reason is actually that we finished the album in January 2018, but we have waited for the labels to finish their deal regarding the licensing of the album.
So the business side is also
involved.
a big reason for this. Yeah. And actually also that me as a new singer, that was a new thing to Ivo when he was writing those songs. That there's a new and a different style of voice and singer in the band,
which really affects the songwriting process, and that's why it actually at the start it was like very easy, but after that it got a bit more complicated. But I wouldn't say there were any difficulties.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
not the right
it's
word.
just life between the two albums. The first thing that came to my mind when Lassi joined the band was to find the perfect style of songwriting for the new singer. So the first three singles, which are At the Break of Dawn, Unforgivable, and No One Stands in My Way, were actually the first three songs written for the album, and they were like they fit Lassi right away. It was like a very good start. After that, when we felt like okay, now we have like three really good and punchy and catchy songs which really do work. It was more about making the album more diverse.
Yeah.
You know, so we had to experiment a lot more, and that resulted in quite interesting songs actually, which we're really happy about.
Yeah, and I think when we did those first three singles, Eva found that there's so much that we can work on with my voice, like I don't know,
in a different type of way.
Yeah. So that changed the game, that we can do a song like this because my voice works with that also.
It works for the straightforward rock and roll style, and it also works for those mellow ballad type of songs, slower songs, and also for the very deep kind of song in Last One Falls.
Yeah.
It is it.
Well, I think some people were like blown away that this is like thrash metal, and they didn't like that at all. Like, where's the power metal thing that we like found from Arion? And but I don't know. I think in Spotify, for example, it's been quite success.
Quite success. A very positive reaction actually overall. So the people who say that the song isn't melodic enough or something like that for Arion, it's I would say it's surprisingly loud compared to those who actually like the song. The people who like the song, they like to remain silent. It's that's why it seems that people are reacting like what the fuck or something like that. But it's been overall very positive reaction, and many people have been like we should, like you said in your review, that we should probably explore more on the heavier side of our music, which actually feels quite cool. We will definitely do that in the future.
I think we can gain some more new fans with that song because it's that kind of like different style.
Yeah, exactly. The most common process for the songwriting is that I try to find a good melody, a good idea, and then working on the backing track for the song, and as soon as possible to work on the lyrics and the first demo vocals. But there are also other ways to do the songs. Actually, I have a couple of examples. For example, Last One Falls, At the Break of Dawn, and No One Stands in My Way were done like melody first. The way I described. I write the melody first, and then as early as possible go to some lyrics. Maybe not the final lyrics, but some kind of demo lyrics, and try to make the vocal thing like as complete as possible in the very beginning. But and then in the very end of the songwriting process, we co-work with Topias on the arrangement and that type of thing. But there are also other type of songs. For example, Punish You was born with the backing track first. It was just a backing track, and that's actually something that affects the song a lot. It's the vocal thing. That's why it's actually like less melodic. It feels like it's more like rapping or very rhythmic. And that's where the rhythmic part usually comes, when you write on top of a backing track. But then there are also songs, for example, Life Isn't Beautiful, the title track, which was written, the backing track was written by Topias, actually, the whole fucking thing. And then after that I wrote the vocal melody together with Matias Kupiainen on top of the song, and that's how it was completed. And I added some of my ideas to the backing track too, but it was mainly Topias. And The Last Sacrifice is the same thing. It's mostly Topias doing his backing track thing, and me writing the top line over it and the lyrics. So that's the story behind those. But
I think that's the way to do a great like progressive song. It's like that.
Yeah, exactly. Because you actually it's more about like the. How do you say it's more about arrangement?
Yeah.
When you're writing a progressive song,
Yeah.
but when you're writing a single song or a slower song, it's about the melody, and that's why I start with the melody and experiment with it a lot, and then arrange it afterwards. That's basically how it goes. Both are great guys. With Matias, I've been doing more like a typical co-writing thing sometimes, with a couple of songs, especially on the first album we did a lot of co-write, and that's like something like we sit together in one place and change ideas and really work and compose and like that. But with Jani it's different. We like. For example, with No One Stands in My Way, which we co-wrote, the lyrics which we co-wrote, the music is mine on the song. But we did like we exchanged ideas like back and forth all the time with email, and when we felt like we're finished, then we were finished. So, and Life Is Not Beautiful was mainly Jani's work, and I wrote like the interlude part between inside the song. That's mine, and the other stuff is Jani's. So it's different. But with Matias, we have a very good relationship on this type of thing. And I actually also co-worked with Matias on one Stratovarius song. Yeah, just recently on their new album. So so we have a kind of a very good relationship with him. We're like friends. He's very close to the band. But it's also great to work with Jani, and I hope to work with him a lot, as much as possible in the future. Yeah, it's the same character, same protagonist. We on both covers, and on the second album he's a guy. That's something I want to specify. Many people think that the character on the first cover of the first album is a girl, but yeah, it's a guy. He's grown and he's like in a more it's in a darker world. He's like escaping from a nightmarish type of world in Life Is Not Beautiful. The cover art of the Life Is Not Beautiful album. So that's what it's about. The rest of the story it's actually something the artist only knows.
Claudio
Bergamin.
Bergamin, yeah.
Great artist.
Yeah.
He's worked with bands like Battle Beast and Judas Priest.
Yeah. We got a deal from this FM Records from FM from Germany, and they're actually a pretty big label. So of course it's gonna help us a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a real pleasure to find out that the guys actually are very into our music.
Yeah.
They're like super excited on this also, and that's just a great starting point for that type of cooperation. And it's like you can always when you get a mail from there or something like that, you can always feel like this is actually important for them. And they really like the band, and it feels great.
Yeah, it feels like that we are friends with Timo. Who's the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, from there, and they actually came to Helsinki to see our show in semi-final, and then we first met them, and it felt right away.
It like clicked right from the start.
Yeah.
It's like okay, these are our guys. This is amazing, and I just been loving the work with them. It's like
it feels like that they really like love this kind of music, and that's gonna take us. I don't know. Yeah.
I believe they have a lot to offer for us, and I believe that we will. I want to believe that we will help them too. It's something that I want to believe in, that they actually want to work in the kind of way that we will help them forward in some areas, or which are newer to them, or like places where they are less dominant right now. So I will hope that we will help them also on those areas. And that kind of stuff, and it's just the whole cooperation thing. It feels great.
Well, actually, we cannot tell you like right now, but
there is gonna be a tour.
Yeah, there's gonna be a tour. I mean, like a big tour for us.
And of good length, and a very decent tour, and
it will be released in a few weeks. So yeah, we have to wait for that. But I mean, it's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be big news for us, and it will be a great tour and of good length, like I said. And with a great band. So it's gonna be good news, but it's very shame that we just can't talk about it.
But the next show it's gonna be in Tokyo, Japan. That's gonna be awesome, of course. Arion has been there 2 times. And this is my first time. This is like a dream come true for me. I haven't been there, and that is something that we wait on. And next show in Finland will be in Radio Rock Cruise. Probably in March.
March, I believe.
Of course, it's awesome. We get to play in great cities, great audiences over there, of course, and gain some more fans to Arion, because I think that's the way to do it. You go to play live, and I think we are a live band. The energy, we can share that to people. We can show that we can really do those things that we have done on our album. So that's going to be awesome to show to people.
Our mix is like huge. It's very difficult, at least to the mixing engineer, because he has like a fucking insane amount of tracks coming to him. So, but It's about careful arranging with the backing track and being very careful with our sounds. We are like very enthusiastic on that type of thing. And what helps is that we are the guys the guys who don't sing. I mean Lassi, we are trained musicians, so it actually helps a lot that we understand many things that maybe some other more like straightforward rockers maybe haven't studied. So it
That's
helps
my
a lot.
job in this band.
So I believe it helps at least. So it's a lot of practice and a lot of rehearsing and that's what helps with it. It's just, and of course it's never perfect, but I believe we have like done the work to get there where the live show feels like decent. It's coming together every time now.
And I think we are at that point that I don't want to say we can choose the venues that we are playing in, but like we are at that point that the venues where we are, the sound system is working with our like mix and that stuff. Oh,
that's difficult. We have never seen our live show, so it's of course on tape, but not in the audience. So maybe it's one of the main selling points will be the versatility. There are many types of songs, and most of them are quite fast and energetic. But there are also the slower, more peaceful mellow ballads and that type of stuff. And I believe that most of the people will follow you during the live shows.
Well, I don't know, because Ivo is a great guitarist and all those solos, I think it's amazing. So I think there's like probably a few people checking out that stuff also. Then there's R2 with keyboards, Gege who's so handsome, Tobias with his technique and that stuff. So I think there's like the whole package. So yeah,
we also like to put some emphasis on our light stuff, light show. So that's important. It's something that is very important to us, and most of the time it will be like something not very big, but like quite decent for a band of our size. I would say it's something that we put something in. Every time, or most of the time.
Probably just that we could do more shows, and of course there's a tour
which
coming.
we are gonna do actually.
Yeah. That's gonna change in next year. So yeah.
Also, but maybe hoping to write some another good album after this one, and
probably faster.
Probably definitely much faster. But that's one of the most important things. And of course we want to get forward as much as possible, like have some progress on this thing, which I don't see as a problem, but it's something that I don't want to say that it will be definitely on this level or something like that, but at least to get forward and at least to have some progress, it's enough to keep the sparkle going on and driving us forward, I believe.
I think one of my dreams is to make our live shows like bigger. I mean the lights and that kind of stuff. Probably some screens over there would be also awesome.
Some ideas, but actually no like new songs or anything like that. But
we haven't done like any demos. Where's any vocals or?
It's been actually a need for a small break right now. It's been very important, but I believe it's actually possible to do this time in like a much more compressed amount of time. It would be like much more intense.
And I think I will try to join the team also now with composing and that stuff. and with the lyrics I'm like wanting to come there, and I think I'm like ready for that.
I also believe it, and we actually go. I believe that I'm trying to guide things to be more like a type of a teamwork type of thing this time. It was just because the simple reason of it being faster. I believe it. It will be faster, and I'll be the most happy if I can like take most charge of the whole thing, but definitely to have for example Topias, and if Lassi wants to work a lot with the new music it will help a lot.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Album out.
Yeah. So you should go to Spotify or YouTube, or if you have a physical copy, you should listen to that and enjoy. Yeah.
Basically, and see you at our live shows later. And stay tuned for some news.
Yeah.
For example, regarding the tour.
Yeah.